Yay, 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 yay! New music video from Taylor Swift, and you know what that means. We're going on an Easter egg hunt. You're gonna sit there and I'm gonna break down every single Easter egg that I've found in this here music video. You know what they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if it's the biggest video on your channel, then run that formula into the ground.
I love being hyper detailed.
Now that's a spicy Easter egg. But I'm telling you, this outfit simply will not do. But luckily, I have something that might help. Yoink! Let's give this baby a whirl, shall we? Huh, that's weird. I don't really feel anything. Now that's more like it. Maybe a few final touches? Let's see here. Bam. And bam. Bam. Let's go. I got my scrunchie on. I got my jellies on my feet. Means we are ready to talk about the 90s. And, of course, talk about Taylor Swift. Let's go. So, first of all, this whole entire music video started because of Taylor being inspired on the Graham Norton show to create an entire music video featuring every guest that was on that show with her. We start out, we've got an Eras Tour dancer. We also have stocks going down in the background, the little more crappiness that needs to be turned into happiness. We have a 90s aesthetic, which is very similar to the giant orange 90s that was next to her face on the New Heights podcast. We also have trash, garbage. The first line of this song, I had a bad habit of missing lover's bass. My brother used to call it eating out of the trash. There are some people who are saying that they know which ex of Taylor's this is supposed to be represented of. I would not argue with that, but I would also say that I think that this is not explicitly just about exes, this music video. She's trying to give this garbage can love and not getting anything in return. She gives it funny Valentine's, like actually romantic. Look at that, pictures of Maddie Healy. Somebody. This one, you can see that it's the same colors as the album. It's got that orange and it's got that teal for Opalite and that mint green color that the Life of the Showgirl is. On the bottom it says magical results. One spray and now it's paradise. Another Eras Tour dancer, that's Jan, and he's giving her a lovely bouquet, mayhaps. I saw somebody else point that one out. Good catch. Friendships, pets, co-workers, call 1-800. Opalite being sold on this 90s TV. We also have VHS tapes with labels on them. I don't know what they say. If anybody can read them when it gets uploaded to YouTube and it's higher quality, let me know.
Editing Amanda has figured it out. It looks like it says tips for making friends, loneliness compilation, self-help tape, and then 3 more I can't read, but at least one of them says don't forget to something. Just painting a picture of a very lonely lady.
Also, underneath the Opalite, it says magical results and don't sweat it, which is a lyric. Don't you sweat it, baby, it's alright. Speaking of the 90s, we've got Taylor in a scrunchie and with a pet rock, which pet rocks, those were all the rage. Those were the Labubus of 30 years ago. That's crazy, 30 years ago. Oh, okay. We've got my best friend. People were thinking that this rock was supposed to represent Taylor's ex, Joe, because on the one hand, he is stable, but on the other hand, he's weighing her down and he's boring and he's not giving her anything. But I would say that it's meant to be like friendship because it's got this my best friend. This literally says friendship rocks. I love a pun. Let me tell you, I love a pun. It also says collect them all and there's just a whole bunch of pictures of different rocks. Good stuff. Got that box of rocks. Oh, supposedly in this scene, there's also a TV guide that's like this tealish color, which is possibly going to be a reference to Taylor's version of Debut, because that teal color is the color associated with her first album. And we still haven't gotten, that's one of the re-recordings we haven't gotten yet. Then we've got this swing. Editing Amanda will tell you the line that supposedly references. It's blah, 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 blah. There you go. She's swinging. The rock cannot participate in the fun things that she's trying to do. This necklace she's wearing, I think, is a Sagittarius because she's a December baby. December, Sagittarius. We all know Taylor Swift's birthday, December 13th. This fortune teller, I'm fingers crossing that that's an Easter egg for something that's coming. because I think that she's going to make a music video about being a fortune teller and like seeing into the future. Maybe for Elizabeth Taylor. I have an entire video about that if you want to check that out. Up next, we got the friendship bracelets. If I have to explain that one to you, then you might literally be a rock, or at least living under one. Yes, friendship bracelets, Taylor Swift, they're the same thing. You were saying the same word. They're synonymous, man. Friends forever. Here she is trying on a dress, and people were saying that string is like the invisible string where she's trying to make it work, but it's not. I think it's just that she's trying to put on a dress and representing that this person is not a good friend. They can't help her for what she wants and needs. Also got a good chunky 90s heel on. Oh, and in the background, we've got George Michael. George Michael, very 90s for an artist. He also has a song called Father Figure, which is the same name of a song on Life of a Showgirl. And Taylor reached out to George Michael's estate in order to clear it all, to make sure that it would be all right for her to use the same song. Which, I don't know, listening to it though, Father Figure, both of them, neither of them sound like each other. I'd say that, except for the name and maybe the concept, I thought that was probably a little unnecessary. But regardless, we've got George Michael getting a shout out here in this 90s centric music video. I'll be your father figure. Up next, we've got butterfly killets, very 90s, but also very debut. There are butterflies on the outside of that album, and there are multiple butterflies here. Both her ring, her necklace, and her clips are butterfly clips. We've got body glitter and anti-hero. We had glitter coming out of her eggs. Why does that sound gross? Because it is. And she's trying to make it work, trying to make it match with her friends, and puts body glitter on Mr. Rock as well. And then from here on out, the rock will be covered in glitter, which is a fun detail. We got karaoke. There's a line in Ruin the Friendship that talks about the disco ball making everything look cheap. We've got a cheap-looking set backdrop here and 2 disco balls. There are people who thought that the words that are on this particular screen might be important. Have seen it before, they'll see it again. Maybe it might be that she's doing something twice. Also, we've got a 12 down here. It's the 12th album. Let's keep going. Oh, this one. When she goes to order drinks, she throws up a number 2, which is very reticent of when she was hinting at the fact that she was going to be making a double album for Tortured Poets Department. So, possibly something. When she throws up 2s, we're always suspicious. That's one of the things you learn in Taylor Swift 101. Up next, we've got Greta Lee, another member of the Graham Norton show that was featured along with Cillian Murphy, who was doing the voiceover. And she gets into that at the very end of this music video, so you probably saw that. But it is an Easter egg. We've got a number 3 in the corner. It's the 3rd track on this album, Opalite. We also have an MTV logo. I don't know if that's because MTV came out in the 90s and they were trying to do, like, to honor it, or if it's something along the lines of her referencing her own MTV scandal with the Kanye Music Video Awards, or if it's supposed to be something that's coming, that maybe she'll be announcing something on the next MTV Awards. We don't know. Something very suspicious. But if nothing else, MTV in the 90s is another iconic thing from that decade. We've got a chandelier in the background. There are chandeliers in the Fate of Ophelia. Could be something. I don't know. It's probably just set decoration, though. There's a bunch of these that I didn't label, and I feel like I should have. And I'm going to have to go back and recount through how many of them that I missed that I'm talking about here, because I think I might be closer to the 80 or 90 range than 70 like I thought. Somebody mentioned that this seat being held for The Rock was supposed to be a reference to Lover, where they say, at every table, I'll save you a seat. Possible. I like that. We got 2 drinks. Next, we have Raphael, who is an Eras Tour dancer. I couldn't read the words on these bottles in the background. They might be something, they might not. Let's keep going. Next, we've got Jodie, also from the Graham Norton show, and they're doing exercise, jazzercise. you sweater, baby, it's all big smiles. Ding. Somebody pointed out that she's trying to incorporate the rock in the fun things that she's doing, but it's not really working, and how that's a metaphor for trying to make a relationship work and incorporate it into your lives, but for it to fail. I could see that. This next one is not an Easter egg, but I just like that her bangs are outside of her sweatband. That's funny. This is where we've got that TV guide for debut Taylor's version. Maybe, it's possible. Up next, we've got a calendar that I can't tell which month it is. I think it's February. And we've got an Opalite colored wall again. We also have some figurines up in this corner over here, and I do not know what those are for. But if anybody else can see them, let me know. Here we've got a cactus with matching eye masks, but every time that he tries to be tender and get close to her, it pricks him. So anytime that he tries to draw close, he gets hurt. You were just a pose. We've got the pose photo. We also have some nasal spray and a note from mom. Really cute. Kind of paints the picture of who this dorky guy is. We also have the clock that's set to 12:12, 12th album again. And then we have a jar of biscuits. And I have no idea what this jar of biscuits is supposed to be. I don't know if this is like a British thing and they just keep crackers next to their bed in order to snack in the middle of the night, but it's something. So, or maybe dog trees. Anyway, jar of biscuits. Who knows? Let's keep going. This one, huge. We've got a clock that's set to 8:55 or 8:11. Don't know what's happening then, what's going to go down. But it looks like it's a slightly different time than the one that's on the opposite side of the clock. So it looks like it was added there intentionally. Also next to this one, we have a pool ball that is orange and is the number 13, I think. Or it might be number 12. And a purple one. And there are rumors that Elizabeth Taylor, the music video, is being filmed. I would love if this purple ball was a reference to her crying her eyes violet. Who knows? Maybe. Anyway, yet again, when he's trying to incorporate her into his life, he's also getting hurt. Up next, we have another instance of the number 2 being thrown up. Important. Maybe something. Also, we have the title of the stores is Softer Than a Kitten, and we've got a key. It's called Key City. I think that might be either the key that we're supposed to be looking for, that was the lock and the key, or it might be his love was the key that opened my skies. Maybe, might be something. Now we get exciting. On the one side, we do have the no inanimate objects sign that's got a no cactus and no trash. That's pretty funny. But then over here, we've got a sign that says, respect others' experience, enjoy the show, and then patient for the encore. Patient for the encore. What does that mean? Is that the little clip at the end of this music video that's talking about the Graham Norton show? Maybe. Or is it that there's something else that's coming? And we gotta be patient and respect other people's experience. I don't know. It's something. Now that's a spicy Easter egg. Let's keep going. Up next, this artwork in the background of this Italian restaurant is the view from Portofino. Portofino is on my mind. What else? We've got, again, him trying to pull closer to her and her hurting him. And she hurt the waitress, too. So, toxicity is not just exclusively harmful for your relationship. It bleeds out to everything else, too. Something to think about. Some of these are not my own thoughts. Some of these are some of the brilliant Swifties that I've seen on TikTok breaking this stuff down. We've got mistletoe and a Christmas party. And in the background over here, we've got Austin, who is Taylor's brother. He's making his little cameo over here. He's trying to kiss her, but he can't. Now he's all tore up. We've got Cillian Murphy in the background. Again, he was the voiceover at the very beginning. Now he's calling the number. This cardigan right here makes another appearance in just a second. Remember this one. You can tell that they're in London because the doorknobs are funky, or at least in Europe. We got a stamp that says Opalite over here. A lot of people have been talking about this, but instead of spraying it on the rock, Taylor sprays it on herself. Because again, she thinks that she's the problem. It's me, hi, I'm the problem, it's me, right? That's a line in Anti-Hero. So she sprays herself It transports her. She's all goofy. We got her in the bath again. The girl loves a bath. What can we say? Just like the cover of the Life of a Showgirl album. Here we are, another bath. We got more Opalite and orange items in the bath too. Production designer put some thought into the colors of this one. We love that. Okay, this one. She is in a cardigan. And this setup, people were saying, is very tolerated. They're at opposite ends of the table. But this time, instead of staying at those opposite ends, they move closer together. I don't know what kind of critter that is right there on the table, but it might be something. This one. Sort of similar to Bejeweled, where she's talking about all of the different gemstones that she's covered in, which is similar to what she did here. But instead of bitterly talking about it, she's talking about it in an excited way. But the gems that she has on here are sapphire, moonstone, onyx, and opalite. She talks about sapphire skies in Bejeweled, and also some guy said my aura is moonstone just because he was high. But then we have our onyx skies are now opalite, all right? And then when she moves it, it goes along with the O-O-O-O's. Cute. What did you guys call those things? Did you call them cootie catchers? I called them a fortune teller. Put them in the comments what you call them. Next, we've got them taking photos. This setup looks very similar to what Taylor Swift's engagement looked like with the pink flowers and the trellis. And also we've got the skies that are now opalite, right? Also, for some reason, we've got a crown on a pedestal over there. I don't know really what that's all about. I could be King of My Heart, but I don't think so. Maybe Kingdom? Maybe Chief's Kingdom. It could be. And we've got 2 different levels for these vases, which I don't understand why. But yeah. Anyway, now they're being goofy. People have pointed out that like now that she's goofy, she's making it so that other people are comfortable being goofy around her, which I think is fun. Oh, the photographer is also Louis Capaldi, another person who was a guest on the Graham Norton show. Throwing glitter is something that Taylor likes to do a lot too. She did it in the New Heights podcast. This shot, we've got a couple of different things going on here. We've got Sweeter Than a Peach Cafe. We've got My Dear Protege. Sweeter Than a Peach is a line in the Life of a Showgirl, the title track. My Dear Protege is in Father Figure. We've also got something called Infinity Lovers, which I don't know what that is supposed to be. Down over here, we've got Graham Norton, who is, we'll see in a second, is the spokesperson for Opalite. Then something that says It's Electric. I can't tell exactly what that is down there. And then a couple of other signs and things that I can't read.
Oops, I missed one. There's also a sign that says Play Music Loud, buy 2 get 1 free, which... does that mean we've got another single coming? Is that the encore we're supposed to be patient for? We don't know.
Oh, and then we also have Cactus World, which we'll see in a second. It's Electric. Is that the electric slide? Did that come out in the 90s? It might be that. We've got a fanny pack, very 90s. Now we've got Opalite, which is the opposite of Opalite. So much so it's the opposite colors, as well as facing in the opposite direction. Instead of that opalite blue and orange, we've got pink and yellow, and all of them are facing the opposite direction. Also, it's a number 2 bestseller after Opalite, which would be number 1. I think she's trying to make Opalite the number 1 single as well. He tries reverse Opalite, he tries Nopalite, and he turns into a stapler. Stapler, mayhaps somebody who has attachment issues. Now at Cactus World, we see the bracelets changed. Oh, up here in the background, we can see the Softer Than a Kitten and the Key City as well. Up next, we've got Cillian Murphy. We've got Don't Sweat It. Don't Just Sweat It, baby. Oh, this one, another Easter egg, of course, is a kitten on Taylor's sweatshirt. Nothing beats a good old-fashioned kitty egg. This is not one, but I just love his face when he tackles Graham Norton. Opalite is also extremely toxic. It's fun. What does that say about those previous relationships? Pretty cute. Now we've got jumpsuits that are in the color of the Life of a Showgirl album. They're orange and opalite colored. And now they're dancing, mayhaps through the lightning strikes, being goofballs. There's also these hand-cut-out stars that Taylor's team is a fan of. This right here, people thought might be Braille, but it isn't. Along with these lights over here. I'm not sure if that's Braille. If it is, it's like 1 letter and then something else. I'll check it. Editing Amanda will tell you.
You could argue that it is Braille. And if it is Braille, it is the letter O and then the letter OW. And it does indeed go along with the oh in the song. But you can't be that crazy, right? Right? That's us. That's us. That's us being insane. I feel insane.
I think they're supposed to be in an old folks home, and the old folks are all unimpressed. But she doesn't care. They're dancing for themselves. The old folks are playing checkers. We've got the zeros again with the O's. We had a bingo thing, and of course, we also have Cam, one of Taylor's backup dancers, and he is broached out for his 90s look. Yay, rock and cactus get together. Toxic people, they can pair up. We've got the friendship bracelet now says just married. They're also in the photography setup from before. Stapler is happily single, working on his codependency issues. He's got attachment issues. See? Pretty good. The person who turned into Stapler was also one of the Eras Tour dancers. Garbage is still garbage. Eating out of the trash is still eating out of the trash. That's pretty funny. Could be a slight at Maddie Healy. Could just be a slight at exes in general. And then she just breaks down the Graham Norton show. And it's the TV from her living room. And then they just talk about how this came to be. That's when the moment struck. That's when the lightning strikes. Anyway, so there you go. That is all of the Easter eggs I saw in Opalite, the music video. Comment below if you saw any that I missed, or if you think I'm crazy, or if you just like commenting on things. I like reading them. I'm probably not good for my health, but I do like seeing what you guys have to say. So please leave a comment below. And of course, don't forget to like and subscribe. I love you dearly. And goodbye. It was hard picking out which outfit to go for the 90s. Not for lack of supplies, but because I have so many different outfits that are 90s themed, like big patterns and colorful blocking and overalls. Those are all Amanda's staples, let me tell you. Basically, everything that I wear is just like a 90s cartoon.